So, there we are again. Hopefully everyone's still with me. Remember, if you want to play the chat game, you have to put in explore again, since the disconnect restarts the chatbot too.
Why are you scared
hey,
to
OP.
talk?
I'm not scared of nothing.
You're all scared of something. Would have told me about Johnny otherwise.
I'm worried about Johnny. He don't come round no more. Once, when we was mushroom picking, I saw his burrow. But Gran yelled at me, said not to talk to strangers, 'cause then kids go missing. She worries about Johnny too, though she says he's made up.
Where are you and your friend's parents?
Dad, some starved, others were killed, like mine. One day, I went out at dawn to look for berries in the woods. Still some around back then. When I was coming home, I heard the yells, then laughing. Went up and hid in the bushes near the woods. My mum yelled, and the soldiers laughed. Lay my pa down by the barn door. His head clean off. And then my mum.
It's all right. That's enough. I just want to talk to Johnny. He could know more than you.
Not gonna hurt him, right? 'Cause he's real. He's not made up.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
Then
Johnny used to be by.
hopefully you don't die out of boredom.
When I
Fun.
was picking mushrooms, Johnny said he saw a girl with ashen hair in the swamp.
Where can I find Johnny?
There's a little meadow on the edge of the swamp. This strange tree grows there. Look around. You'll see him.
Thank you.
Who said ask?
If Johnny's real, he must leave prints. Small footprint. Johnny's been through here. to a burrow. Wonder what's inside.
Oh, it's this one.
Johnny?
It's a golem.
Don't be afraid. You're a Bukka? A Luton? Ah, a godling. Not many of you left. I'm looking for a woman with ashen hair. Seen her? Tell me everything from the start. Where did you see her? What was she doing? It's important to me. Why not? You know the kids from the clearing well? Don't be afraid. Not gonna hurt anyone. This where you live? Cozy Burrow. Good location. Must know about everything that happens in the bog. Doesn't bother you having monsters for neighbors? What's wrong? Can't talk? Why? Lost your voice? Can I help you somehow? Want me to follow you? No choice, I guess.
Watch out!
Stay close to me.
I have to follow him. How can he stay close to me? It's kind of idiotic thing to say.
This the place? Let me look around. Something's on the ledge? Something that'll get you your voice back? Ah, the bottle from the nest. Already got it. Here.
Whiskey! Slither! Ringworm! Rubbish! Bumblebee! Flabbergasted! Ha! The sound of it!
Peter Piper picked Prince Proximo a pack of pickled peppers by the Pontar.
Done celebrating?
My favorite words! Life without savoring the sound of surreptitious shenanigans is like licking snails through a cloth. Thank you for this, noble whoever you are. Long be your life.
Hang on a minute. I helped you, now you help me.
Would you turn this beautiful act of altruism into a banal bartering of favors?
How'd you lose your voice?
One morning I awoke and opened my mouth for my usual bout of singing with the thrushes. Lo and behold, no sound escaped. I tried and tried, almost burst a blood vessel. Then I went to the village, because word has it the new cunning woman works miracles. But people began crying out, "A smudger! A smudger!" and sick their dogs on me. Do I look like a smudger to you?
Not a bit.
Oh, I thought not. So it must be the crone's doing. Who else would curse me? Blackbird friend of mine located my voice, but I was helpless to retrieve it.
Couldn't ask a raven friend to just give you the bottle?
Ravens serve the crones. They don't help no one.
How do you lock someone's voice in a bottle? Just wondering.
As am I, especially as mine's a voice to crown all voices. Sometimes it's like a forest brook, at others like a roll of thunder. And let's be honest, I talk enough to fill 3 barrels or more.
Somebody used some powerful magic on you, as a prank or just to be mean. I'm looking for a young, ashen-haired woman. See anyone like that?
Did I ever? Remember it as if it were yesterday. Soon as I woke, I went to empty my bowels. My favourite part of the day. Defecating to the sunrise, downright glorious. Suddenly, heard a bang, so loud it couldn't have been me. And that lass appeared, out of nowhere. Young, ashen-haired, just like you said. Wounded and panting to boot. She raced off towards the children's hut. Quick as if the crones were after her. I yelled some unpleasantries. She disturbed my morn. Sadly, I'd lost my voice, so I don't think she heard me.
I've been to the village in the swamp, met a woman who might have been a crone.
Did she seem confused to you?
Nuts, completely.
Oof, so I'm not crazy. That's no crone. That's the granny who takes care of the orphans. Claims the kids made me up. Me!
An orphanage in a swamp?
What do you have against swamps? Lived here my whole life, and I heartily recommend it.
What do you know about the crones?
They're as old as this forest. Cruel, vindictive, not to be crossed.
What if someone does cross them?
Might take his voice, might take his life. Depends on their whim. They're nasty, although they care for this land and its folk in their own way. Supposedly they always keep their word, but you must be careful what you ask for. Won't find them until they want to be found. See them until they want to be seen. But remember, they see and hear all that happens in the mire.
She ran off toward the orphanage. Kids could know something, or the old woman who takes care of them.
Oh, that old hag don't speak to strangers, and you're a stranger.
Will she talk to you?
I have spoken to her, got my ways. So be it. You helped me and I'm no bore. Come with me.
Damn it.
Oh, fuck you. And, luckily we saved. He saved, not even we.
Watch out!
The 33 Thieves thought they drove the train throughout Thursday. Ha! Good. It's clear. Not a crone in sight. I need to sing to Gran. That ought to calm her. Little Johnny softly gazed, fire waning pale. Pop! A spark jumped out and whispered, "Listen, I've a tale."
You got your voice back.
I did. Though I seem to have lost an octave somewhere in the process. I shall look for it when I get home.
You're not allowed here, Johnny. You shouldn't have come.
Calm down, Gran. Don't get angry. It's not good for you.
The woman I asked about earlier.
Forgive me, Gran, but this fellow absolutely must talk to the ladies.
No, she's not allowed.
Please, it's important.
The fellow will be quiet. Gran, please hear me out. I found little Yagna when she got lost, did I not? Did I break Ginny's fever too? I did. I ask anything in return? No. Didn't even fuss about my stolen voice. Well, now I want something. Gran, help this fellow. Because otherwise he'll pester me day and night, even during potty time. His lass is missing. Perhaps the ladies can help find her, eh?
Well, since you put it that way, Johnny, I'll help him. Come with me. Johnny's a good lad, though the ladies don't like him. No, foul creature, they say. Don't like him.
Who are the women in the tapestry?
Those are the ladies. Ladies lovely, with power o'er all. Beseech I thee, answer my call. Before you a worm crawls, wretched and small.
How dare you disturb our rest, woman?
I'm I'm looking for the woman with ashen hair. I know you met her. Where is she?
Oh, he's impatient. Perhaps he only likes ashen-haired girls.
The young woman. She's my daughter by choice. I raised her.
If she's shapely, what does it matter?
So,
Matters to me.
I believe we've hit a nerve. He's bubbling like well-fed yeast. Oh, that's how I like him.
It's clear you met her. Tell me everything.
That was blunt. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Tell me, have you got bollocks? Do you fear woodland beasts?
Oh, hard times are upon us, white-haired one. Brother has turned against brother. The land is soaked in blood. Evil reigns stronger than ever before.
A dark power has surfaced near Downwarren. It feeds on hatred and disdain. Destroy the beast, and we will be grateful. Tell you all we know about this ashen-haired maid.
Dark power? You need a knight-errant or a witch hunter, not a witcher.
The alderman of Downwarren will tell you all. Remember to collect payment from him after you complete your task. And now our servant will bring you the dagger.
A dagger? What for?
When the alderman sees this dagger, he'll know we sent you. He'll aid with all.
I'll talk to the alderman, but I can't promise anything.
Move, woman! Give the young man the dagger.
And you, White One, return only once you've completed the task.
Aye, mistress, right. On me way. Dagger. Gotta bring the dagger. The dagger. For you. Lady told me to give it you. Here it is. The dagger. Place the alderman's payment on the stone. Stone bear, stone shear, stone nose, stone ears.
Greetings. Nice village.
Aye,
A real pearl of the swamps.
if you say so.
You get by all right?
Aye, winter to winter. Somehow we survive.
Recognize this dagger?
Aye, master. I didn't know you belonged to them.
Don't belong to anyone. Down to business. I want to get this done quickly.
Ah, so that's how it's to be.
I'm supposed to help solve your problem. Tell me what it is. Just the essentials.
The war awoke an ancient power. An evil one that feeds on bloodshed. Nightmares haunt our nights and days. Folks sleepwalk from their homes, never to return. Under the tree on the Whispering Hillock they lie. Unburied, all fathers, sons, daughters, and mothers. Folk are afeard to move them. You must go there. The dark powers must be cast off.
Need more details.
You must see for yourself. Me grand's mum whacked me crosswise for straying near the Whispering Hillock. But what happens there now is a wonder.
Few times folk from round here gathered to chop down the trees and burn the cursed soil back to use. None returned. The ground neath the weeds is white with human bones.
Solved your problem. Just in case, though, avoid the Whispering Hillock for a while.
Cannot be. There's something lurking there.
An evil spirit had possessed a tree on the hill. It was responsible for the killings.
How'd you dispel this evil?
Didn't have to fight anything or anyone. I simply freed the spirit.
You did what? Freed the evil so it can prowl the world as it will?
Did what had to be done.
Yeah, and if it returns?
Ask the ladies of the wood to help. The crones, or the ladies of the wood as you call them, said to remind you about payment. Take it you know what they want?
Aye, I do. Give me the dagger. Be back soon. There's payment. Take it to the ladies, will you?
What the hell was that?
'Tis our pact. You're a stranger, you don't know life here. It's honest pay for their protection.
So, all those ears in the woods.
Put it out your mind, master. You soon be leaving and we must tarry on, our young'uns and their young'uns after 'em. No gods nor masters watch over Velen. The land is no man's. He who wants to survive must seek his own protectors.
Well, as long as you're cool with it, I won't interfere.
Sheathe your weapon, young man.
He's even lovelier in real life.
In real life, you're different than you were in the tapestry.
Well, bring it here.
You can bring it, not ugly.
Never seek to cross us again.
We shall forgive you this transgression, for you've done well. Your children are plump as piglets, sweet as caramel.
But now we must talk to our white-haired friend.
I know that mark. This is Anna, the wife of the Baron of Crow's Perch.
She belongs to no man.
A fruit ripened in her womb. A fruit sprouted from seeds sown by a man she detested.
We helped her. She agreed to serve.
She bears the mark. She is ours. Come. It is another woman who interests you. Speak, white-haired one.
You looked different in the tapestry.
We're all dressed up just for you.
If you only knew how much time we spent in front of the glass.
Do you desire us?
I'm impressed. Polymorphism, a rare talent.
Oh, I'd suck every last drop out of you.
To be woven together with you?
I'd be your best and last.
Not what I came for. Our deal. I did my part, now you do yours.
A word once given, we never break.
The girl. Mousy blonde. That's what they call it.
Thin as a rail, terrified, exhausted. She could barely stand, the poor thing.
We cared for her as best we could.
Like she was our own daughter.
Wasted affection. She proved a very naughty girl.
Mischievous, stubborn, and selfish.
Don't believe you. They say you always keep your word, so tell me everything, exactly as it happened.
We shall tell you, brave boy. We knew someone supposed to life. We read beast entries, saw the omens.
We would glimpse her likeness, a mirage in a blood.
She came from the lower swamp. We knew not at first it was her the omens had spoken of.
A child of the elder blood, the soul seed that will burst into flame.
She fell into our hands. Elder blood!
The blood of the traitress. Does she sleep?
Like a lamb.
Come, sisters, no point in dawdling. The table's set. The cauldron bubbles.
We cannot! You know she is meant for him!
Imlerith will get her. He will, but not whole.
Well said. We'll just have a sample.
I'll take her feet. Lovely. And plump. Perfect for a broth.
I can taste it already. Very well. Get on with it!
You'll regret that, girl. Regret it dearly.
Come back! Come back! Come back!
tried to kill her. Tried to butcher her like an animal and eat her.
Her blood, the taste brought back memories of our youth.
Elder blood. Extraordinary girl. But you know that. Such a shame she fled.
She escaped you, but I'll find her. We'll come back here together and kill you.
You'll return, you shall. Our fates are bound. And one will die, but it shan't be one of us.
Now you shall chase shadows and wander midst fog.
Each time you see her, she will be a mirage. And if you find her, the girl will die. Seeing you, handsome knight.
Gotta level up. Always good. Oh, I can even put in another mutation. Nice. Oh. That one I take instantly. Ah, they are blue, okay. And since I have two connected here, interesting, so I can actually that's cool. Nice, that's good, that's nice. Ray. So many screen, okay, this would go with alchemy. This is can't for everything, yeah, it seems. Yeah, I mean, time to finish these.
Quite the work my man's got, eh?
I hope he
Bought him a bucket of helium yesterday.
seems you're the only one now. Or Ravok is enjoying it a lot. But I guess he's asleep or whatever. As I haven't heard a lot.
What did I do to deserve it?
Like nothing from him, but whatever. Welcome back. Just understand more of the game now. I really like
I'll tell you where the loot's at.
getting more insight about the game just by playing it and without having knowledge at all about the game.
I'm listening. What do you come to me with?
Got news of your wife.
Plowing hell, why'd you not say so
Yep.
forthwith? Where is she? Why have you not returned with her?
She's in Crookback Bog. Got food, a place to live, and keeps herself busy. Didn't look like she had the slightest desire to leave.
You were to bring her back, not report on the conditions she lives under.
I was supposed to find her.
I totally like playing games
That was
blind.
our deal, nothing more.
That's why I play so many games.
Rotten to the core. A base bastard, don't you? You believe I alone am at fault for what happened here?
For me to play a game twice, it really has to have an extremely awesome New Game Plus or something like that. Or maybe I haven't played the game in 10 to 20 years, then I might consider playing it another time. I mean, actually, Doom is the only game, Doom 2016, I play now for the third time. Just because I've given out that promise, and I mean, it's an awesome game, obviously. And I mean, with games like Doom, it's not like, I mean, even if you have a lot of knowledge, you don't destroy anything with it. I mean, it's really, I mean, maybe if you know the story, okay, you don't gain too much insight about the story too much, but I mean, yeah. I guess this doesn't count with Doom.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Yet, looking at you, I see contempt. Can't speak for the world you witches inhabit, but in ours,
Yeah, I mean,
nothing is ever black
I
and white.
really, I mean, I'm open to play really every game. I mean, I know of some games I don't like because I played them. But I give games chances, but I mean, yeah, I might get bored with it. I mean, I still go through with it, but I mean, sometimes I don't play a game really in depth because it's really boring as shit, or yeah, I mean, for me to recommend a game, really to say this is an awesome game, you have to play it. For that, a game really has to convince me. Like this one, I mean, I totally recommend this. If you're just a bit into RPGs, or a bit into open world, or a bit into non-modern fantasy games or something like that, I mean, then this is completely your game. You can't just pass it. Other than that, yeah. Wherever I was with my thoughts now, it's gone.
Probably gonna say you're not the only one to blame. Alright then, I'm willing to hear your side of the story.
With Annie, it was love at first sight. A spear tore through my shoulder at the Battle of Anchor. She tended to my wound. Once I'd recovered, I asked her to marry me. She wept with joy.
It's really, I
Soon
mean,
after, Tamara was born. And after that, they sent me to Sedaris.
can't really express it in
Warlord had risen
time
against King
per year, I guess, because I mean,
It was one battle
I
to the
played
last,
through.
one conflict after another.
I mean, a game shouldn't be shorter than, I'd say, 10 hours or something like that. Maybe I agree to 8, but
Fond of hooch.
really, this is somewhere
Get home.
the base where I say, I mean, if it's shorter than that, they really made it too short. But I mean, it can be awesome anyways. I mean, I played games which were, I'd say, 4 hours or something like that, and then I still said they were cool. I mean, and I played games which are 200 hours, and yeah, and were cool too, or games which are awfully long and which are not cool. So time is really, yeah, I mean, yeah, like, exactly. I mean, like I said, I mean, it really has to have a reason to be shorter than, I say 10 hours now, that so that this is the base I consider games should have, because I mean, at least full price games, of course. I mean, if you make a game $5, then I mean, I don't care, you can give me less.
Alright. What then?
I mean, I enjoy long games because a good story and a good explained story almost always means that you have to take your time. So I'd say
For nearly 3
a good story, a good, well-explained, detailed story, or a good presentation almost always means that we are talking about 40 hours or something like that.
One tussle in the hay I'd have waved aside, put it out of my mind.
But yeah, I'm
Woman cuckolded me for years, without a whisker of concern for me, for my
if I
love.
review it or value it, then most of the time is not that much of a consideration. More the quality I get out of it.
Gone. The things too. Found a letter.
Or let's talk about, I mean, the Uncharted games are a perfectly good example. Every game of Uncharted is somewhere between 11 and 13 hours, which is quite tight, but it has such a good, enjoyable story the whole time, and good gameplay too,
As soon as I saw him,
leaving out the hardness of the second in the end. But I mean, every game of that is so enjoyable the whole time it goes on, that I can live with these 11 to 13 hours per game. And this is a game I might even consider playing again. Yeah, I mean, multiplayer and single player games, you should totally see differently, obviously, because a good multiplayer game, you have to play. I mean,
Ha! Bloody understatement if I've ever heard
you
one.
almost always play for a long time. It should.
Hysteria threw herself at me, kicking and clawing. Finally grabbed a knife. It would have been the end of me if I'd not leapt aside. It was the first time I hit her. I had to calm her. Felt I had no other means. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times.
I mean, a single player game can have flaws because since I don't play it again too soon, you just forget about it. Some minor flaws or something. While in a multiplayer game, even minor flaws can really
armfuls of blooms and gifts.
fuck you off, because
She cared.
especially if these flaws are somehow,
Years of her anger
when it's obvious that it is somehow carelessness which leads to these flaws, where you really see that the designers or the programmers didn't think about the game really well, because the flaw is really obvious and it is just shit. You can't even argue that this flaw improves the game or something like that. No, it's just plain shit. It's easy to fix, it's obvious, and it's still in there. Yeah, or maybe they say we get money anyways.
Don't know why you're telling me all this. Your relationship with your wife, your concern, not mine.
Ah, the Witcher. Should have expected as much. Very well then. If you won't bring Anna home, you might at least tell me how she landed in that blasted swamp.
Your wife is with the Crones as their servant.
What the fuck do you mean? What crones?
Ones who live in Crookback Bog.
I've heard folk speak of them, and thought it naught but tales to scare the children with. How on earth did she land there?
She made a pact with the Crones and, well, I think she might have lost her mind.
A pact? What the bloody hell?
She was with child, a child she didn't want to bear. Went to the Crones for help. They promised to rid her of the problem in exchange for a year of her service. And they kept their word, in their own twisted way.
What do you mean?
Anna must have thought the child inside her would somehow disappear. Instead, the Crones sapped her of strength, and ultimately forced her body to miscarry. I think that's when she started to lose her mind. Then they placed magic tethers on her, tethers that cause great pain when tested. A guarantee she'll pay off her debt.
A pact with witches? Bloody nightmare, sounds like some jest. We must get her out. We can't leave her there.
Venturing into the swamp, even with armed men, is just a bad idea. It's a dangerous place inherently, and I think those Crones are a greater threat than anyone realizes.
I'll not sit on my arse waiting for them to return her. Would you wait? Count on their mercy if they had your daughter?
Probably not, but I'm a Witcher.
And I'm a husband and a father who's fucked up his life and the lives of his loved ones. I'll gather my men, go there and retrieve Anna.
We had a deal. I've done my part. Your turn to do yours.
A word once given. Now, what did I last...
Basilisk. It had just attacked you.
Ah, right. Gargantuan. One solid brute. It landed right in front of us. I thought we breathed our last.
Watch out!
If I don't survive this, you're to take whatever you want from the fortress.
You'll survive!
Let's show this bastard what we're worth!
I mean, it's well-made fantasy epic stuff. I mean, it's really well made. I mean, most of the epic stuff is well, kind of replaceable and boring, and doesn't really fix me. So I mean, the music here is quite good actually, and wouldn't say remindable, as if someone played this to me in a year or so, I probably couldn't say that I heard it in Witcher, which with good music I can tell you, but I mean that's most of the time with epic music that I can't really tell you where it was, you know, where I've seen it, because I mean there's just too much of this. You mean the new Spartacus, by the way, or... I mean, I guess because the old Spartacus certainly didn't have this kind of music. Ah, you mean the series, or... Because there's a lot of Spartacus. Okay, yeah, then, yeah, why not?
Damn it! I can't leave him like that.
I mean, I guess if you watch the series Vikings, I think Vikings had some similar music too. There are quite a few good TV series which have these
You have
music,
everything?
Yes, thank you.
which use this music style.
What you did for me, I shall never forget it.
Especially something historical, because it just fits. The more epic, the more.
You helped me as well. When your man brought me here. You fed me, cared for me, had my wounds looked after. We're even now.
You needn't leave. You're in good company here. We'll always have a warm corner for you.
I must leave. Wraiths pursue me. The Wild Hunt. I was foolish to use the power. They're sure to have caught my scent.
The Wild Hunt? Pursuing you?
I'll endanger all of you by remaining here. You must tell the people to bar their doors and windows.
Well, music
one is
is
the wonder of the
important,
night.
but
You? Where do you think you're going?
real classic games,
I ride for
real
Novigrad.
good game music
Well,
should
who
be
knows
music you really recognize by, yeah, miles. That's why I mean, this is good music, but like I said, I will not recognize it in a year or something like that, because it is just too replaceable. Even though it is perfect in style. I mean, it's not like I could say, man, music was badly made. But it's just not like with some of the old games, Turrican or Nier music. As a current game, I will never forget, because it is so unique as music that it just works. Yeah, or Dune, of course. I mean, or Command & Conquer, just play the first track, or even Warfare of Command & Conquer 1 soundtrack, and you just always know, okay, that's Command & Conquer.
Redanian armies blocked the Pontar crossing, yet you sent Ciri to Novigrad.
She was looking
Reminds
for
me that I have to do a Command & Conquer marathon too.
Besides, I didn't leave her at the Redanians' mercy.
Or maybe
Or a letter of
I mean, now that we have the game tickets, maybe we have had more players who buy some game tickets.
Where'd you get these letters?
Haven't always led this pack of jesters. Served in the Temerian.
Obviously, it is Command & Conquer.
Redanians guard.
Even though it
True.
spun its own.
And a friend here and there. Well, banners and heralds.
I want to say I like both. I mean, I like the Tiberian part of Command & Conquer because it is so futuristic and cool too. I mean, it has some own. I mean, I didn't like it too much. I mean, as soon as Westwood was dissolved by EA later on, I mean, Command & Conquer 4 or even later, I mean, then Command & Conquer really got boring. But I mean, the first Command & Conquers were extremely good. And then Red Alert, first Red Alert was still a bit Command & Conquer 1-ish, but with the second Red Alert it really got extremely well and really did its own style. I mean, when I think about Red Alert 2, how great a game that was, I mean, everything was, yeah.
So there's a chance Ciri's still in Novigrad. Thanks for helping her.
It's nothing. Now you've learned what you wanted to know, you must be in a hurry. But, if you could...
Spit it out.
I want to go get Anna. Free her, bring her back. I don't believe she's there willingly.
I think I didn't play Red Alert 3 too much. I definitely have seen it, but and even played it.
I've no more tales of Ciri to offer you. But go with me and I'll be
But if I have played it, it really had to be mediocre because I've forgotten everything about it. Red Alert 2 I played a lot, I know.
extra coin never hurt.
Ha! True indeed. I'll round up my men and ride to Downwarren. You can join us there.
Fine. Sounds good.
There you are. Sorry, I was late.
What was that?
You tell me. Man or monster? My men call him Uma and say he's a
Uma
beast.
Thurman.
But he seems a man to me. Just hideous as Ardle's shit.
Uma? Strange name.
Aye, strange. But he gave us no other.
You mean he can talk?
Hardly. It was like this. I asked what they called him. He sat there, not saying a thing, trying to stick a toe up his nose. So I grabbed his hand, looked him in the eyes, and asked, "What's your name?" Gave me this damned foolish look and stammered, "Oh, Uma?" And it stuck.
Doesn't look like a monster, but my medallion's trembling. Strange. Where'd you find him?
Funny story, actually. I won him in a game of cards.
Must have been pretty desperate to play for that.
Ah, quit your carping, smartass. Someone wagered him, and we played. If anyone was desperate, it was the bugger's former master.
Funny story. How so?
Went to Novigrad once, to rest, indulge in the city's pleasures. Stayed at a tavern, and some folk there were playing, so I joined in. Cards were kind that day. Had one devilish hand after another. Robbed the whoresun's blind. One fellow, a merchant, took it especially hard. He'd gambled away everything he'd brought from Skellige. Wanted terribly to play another hand, so I agreed. Asked him what he had to wager, and he showed me that sideshow. Not much in it for me, but fuck it, I thought. I'll give the man a chance to win something back. Luck was not with him, and Uma wound up here at Crow's Perch. End of story.
Proper baron now. Even got a jester.
Aye, though I feel something's not right with him.
How so?
Well, he seems more beast than man, but there's wisdom, cunning in the bastard's eyes. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Ever run into anything like him?
No, but he doesn't look dangerous.
I guess that's that. Doesn't eat much, so as long as he's no trouble, the boys might as well have some diversion.
Time I was on my way. So long.
Farewell. I hope you find your daughter. And prove a good father to her.
I can't even begin to imagine how much work flew into went into creating this game.
I'll tell you where the loot's at.
It's just so crazy.
Your mates split the loot between them long ago.
How can I help you?
What are you selling? What's good?
level 10. Oh, I'm soon level 10. If I do that at the next level, I shouldn't spend my shit for that. Also level 10. Obviously I did. And I mean, I have to say, if I have to say something about Elder Scrolls, I would say
Take care now.
that I mostly digged Morrowind the most, even though Morrowind wasn't the best game also, but yeah, I kind of have to say the least bad about that, and I enjoyed it more or less. Oblivion I wasn't such a fan of, and Skyrim I played through the main story and didn't see much point in seeing anything else. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I mean, Morrowind still has its issues, but I mean, if I would have to play just one of them again, I would choose Morrowind, I guess. I mean, the first ones, I've seen them again after years, and the first ones are kind of dull in their own senses. And Oblivion and Skyrim, I mean, there they really went not quite casual, but mainstreamy. It was really strange. Yeah, I mean, the only thing which is kind of which bothers me in Morrowind a bit is that it's kind of too open. You get lost too much in Morrowind, where you have no fuck what you have to do now. So there they could have led you a bit here and there to get you on, you know, a bit more on the track. Because I mean, no one has something against the possibility to do side questing and to just throw yourself into the world and don't care about the main story. But if I want to progress it, I mean, I'd really rather have some idea where I have to go, and that was a bit problematic in Morrowind. Other than that, I'd say Morrowind Morrowind is not that bad of a game. I mean, I really liked Morrowind. Just, I mean, I was just lost all of the time. I just never knew what I was doing, and when I did something right in Morrowind, I was most likely stumbling upon it, and not because I wanted to go there. I mean, that was kind of silly. But yeah, I'd say the later ones were way too casual for my taste somehow. I mean, you know, we could play Elder Scrolls again here and there, and I would even play Oblivion and Skyrim again, as they are not the worst games out there. I mean, obviously Skyrim has a pretty good presentation, and I mean, is pretty playable, but you know, it doesn't catch me that much, so that you say, wow, I mean, I'm playing this because it is interesting. I mean, the lore is, I don't know, I mean, there are some people who like the lore and, I mean, celebrate it, but I really don't see too much in it. I can't say that. Combat system, it was, I don't know, Skyrim was for me like I said, so casual that, I mean, the combat was for me like just throw yourself at the monsters, click a lot and you will beat them. I mean, yeah, you can have an action game. I mean, that's not really a problem if the action or the combat is easy or something like that. I can live with that too, but then the story has to be awesome, you know, so that you really get into the lore of the game, but that didn't interest me at all too. The game was easy and the lore was... I don't know, yeah, like I said, maybe it didn't catch me. I don't want to say the lore is bad, because, I mean, maybe someone sees more in it.
A beauty? What the devil do you mean?
A great mare. A horse feed. Folk done went mad. Lunged at each other. Murdering all neighbors or young'uns.
It's the spirit of the forest, taking revenge on those who sought its demise, driving them mad.
Geralt! Good, you've arrived. I've trouble drawing any sense from their canting. Should give them a taste of the whip to bring them in line, cause...
My lord, 'tis what they said too. About the mare, meaning... that is the forest's dark ghost.
Who claimed so?
The witch hunters passed through just now, heading for the village in the swamp. Some lass was leading them, asking after her mother.
Lass? We must go there at once, Geralt.
Agreed.
I'll gather my men. Fall in, with the swamp to cross and those cursed crows to hunt down.
And yeah, in Skyrim, I mean, there are people loving the world, but it wasn't. I mean, just look. I mean, I don't want to compare Witcher to Skyrim, as the game, while it's RPGs, it is a bit different, but in terms of world, this world is extremely believable, like I said before. I mean, maybe sometimes some of the villages are a bit small, but I mean, it's what I see here, I could really see as, I mean, yeah, nothing is too much out of place. In Skyrim, the villages or towns really looked extremely small for me. I mean, there were really a lot of villages which were practically 3 houses. I don't know, at least that was my impression. And yeah, I mean, I have to say, like I said, I mean, I just rushed through the main storyline because it didn't interest me at all. And that's usually a sign of the game is not that well written or whatever. I mean, I don't know what they wanted to do with that. Yeah, Morrowind, I mean, yeah. Good thing was the world in Morrowind didn't need to be realistic, as it was kind of, I mean, yeah, this island or what it was, you really don't ask question if it is supposed to be some non-realistic, far off, I mean, even more fantasy like fantasy world. They seem to, I don't know, Skyrim looked like it should be more like a believable fantasy world, which it failed. And Morrowind, I mean, they didn't even try, they did their own world there, which might have helped the world quite a lot. Since you, like I said, you don't ask questions there. I mean.
Who's in charge?
Yeah, was for Shannara, really? Okay. I mean, maybe if they would do it today, I would advise to not do these small loading zones to create an open world, since This really bothered me a lot while moving through the world to load every few minutes just because I walk. Or not even when I walk straight, it had to load every half minute or something like that. The zones were really smallish. It was an exploder, however they are called.
Fall in with the swamp to cross and our cursed crowns to hunt down.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand it in Morrowind as, I mean, when was that I still had my GeForce 3, or I newly had my GeForce 3 Ti. And when was Morrowind? 2000-ish something?
Right.
I don't even know when Morrowind was.
Some mad old wenches making mince.
Long time ago.
Minds. Likely Anna agreed to stay with them. Care for him out of the kindness of our hearts. Good as gold. Always.
Bit later, probably. 2000 sounds a bit early for GeForce 3. Yeah, I mean, we have 2018. I hope for you that it was over 10 years ago. Since... Except you say, like playing games again and again, like I do. Not again and again, of course. I said I don't play games. I don't repeat them too often. But yeah, taking a look back at old games is really a good idea. Especially if you create games, since, yeah, you should really take an example more of the older games, because not every game is like this one, perfect. Even that, I have to say again and again, inputs are not perfect. But really, I mean, the inputs, I say bad things about the inputs, it's not like a huge disaster, just some of the things they could have changed there, but the basic movement is really flows well here in this game. And I've played far worse, which obviously never something you should say, because this really means like mediocre shit. Ah, no! Jump away! I've seen it, buddy. Do it again. Okay, currently I'm down, but I shouldn't die there. I mean, first one was okay, the second one was just plainly stupid.
Fall in with the swamp to cross and our cursed crowns to hunt down.
So how about we do it right now? How about we don't wait for him? as I really don't need them to go into the swamps and beat them, since they just die anyways because they are stupid. What? Spawning bullshit.
The crones exist. That's
More likely some mad old wenches making windscreens. Likely Anna agreed to stay with them. Care for them. Good as gold, that one. Always. Not many all at once in a while. We shouldn't have come here. Got no business traipsing about.
Do you mean the original Counter-Strike? Because the original Counter-Strike were back in the days when WASD wasn't a thing. Even I played with cursor keys and jump and right shift and some really weird controls, I remember. Which, I mean, they turned out quite well for me, but some people looked at me like alien for doing that. I don't know about them, so you really have to give me an example there, so I can imagine how bad they are. What do they find unusual for a shooter? Can you please try to focus on her, please?
Where's a horror like that come from? A wench that's had too much hooch turns into that.
Well, it is really easy to explain. You just have to give me some keys, because I mean, normal shooter controls mean WASD, E for use if there's any use, mouse wheel for changing weapons, space for jump, C or control for ducking. I mean, there are some who do this, some else, grenade on G, some secondary shit on F maybe. This would be defaults, and yeah, I mean, mouse wheel jump sounds strange.
Witcher, why are you here?
Witcher, change your mind. How much did my father pay you?
Don't think you have anything to fear. Brought your new friends with you.
I have no fear, for the eternal fire
So
protects.
different grenade types on
protect you
form.
from me.
Okay.
Tamara, dear daughter, you return after all. Come, don't deny me this embrace.
Stay away from me. I've come for Mother. Unlike you, I'll not see her rot in this swamp.
Why the hell do you think I'm here? To take her home?
Oh, you'll do no such thing. You'll not lay a finger on her. Never. I'll not let you.
You've a right to be cross. I was not the best husband, the best father.
X is a strange key to bind something to,
But I've
because
changed. Ask
you
Geralt. Come, tell her.
you basically sacrifice some movement to throw a grenade there. Of course, obviously you need the same finger to do that. I mean, I bind things on X2 here and there, but I always have to think that I sacrifice movement there. Yeah, if you have a good mouse and have more than just the basic 2 mouse buttons, and I mean, I hate mouse wheel as a third mouse button because it never works good. I really just want a mouse wheel, and I mean, then if they have a lot of buttons on the sides, okay, I can use them.
Your business. I refuse to meddle.
Rightly so.
Verily I say unto you that ire and vehemence can lead to naught but one's downfall.
Who the bloody hell is this?
And who are you to ask so crudely?
This is my commander.
And that should be of no concern to a drunken swine.
Tamara, you stand with their kind now. Perhaps you'd have them torture and hang your own father.
You're not my father, and I care not a bit what befalls you.
I remind you, we've a matter to resolve here. Witcher, will you help us?
Wouldn't be here if I wasn't willing.
I've lost 5 men and have little notion of what else to expect in this cursed place.
No time to lose. Crones could return any minute.
Ha! How do you know they're not here already?
'Cause we're still alive.
Search the village!
Don't.
It's really... How can they take less than $300 for this game? I mean, it's unbelievable how detailed this game is.
Oi! Get back, stinky head. Gingerbread loaf, freshly baked and hot.
Mother.
Clean as a whistle. Fresh as a daisy. Go on. Whip me. I made it too little. I nibbled it, but just to see if it's firm. But it's fresh. So take pity.
Oh, Mother.
Take pity. But I pleaded. I begged.
Mother. It's me. Do you recognize me? What's happened to her?
I said I'd do it all. Give it here. I'll scrub it again. Scrub it clean.
Mother!
I mean, honestly, Ubisoft puts out an Assassin's Creed every year.
Get ready.
Which has 10% and less of this in detail.
Because it was.
Lore and content like
Get ready.
nothing shit-wise. I mean, it is pretty playable,
Escape.
but other than that, it is. And they put this out every year, and I would probably be through by now or something like that. And it is $60 or $50 or something like that. Depends.
You'll spoil our feast.
They put out this masterpiece, and say like, oh, it is like, I don't even know how long it is, but yeah, especially Fable 2, like I said, you can actually, I mean, obviously it is a few years later, so I wouldn't really compare to Fable 2 as time and such, but I mean, in some ways I would compare it. Whoa, what the fuck? But yeah, in terms of love, definitely, I mean, when I played through Fable, I have to say Fable 2 especially, as this open worldy, I mean, it of course has bugs and, yeah, actually that's the thing which makes it a bit less playable, but still a very good experience.
You'll spoil our
Damn.
What was that?
Looked a fiend to me.
Crones have sensed us. They know we're close. Sent the beast for Anna.
Those damned witches! When will it end? Look what they've done to her. Are they not satisfied? Enough! I'm taking her away.
She's my wife. She'll return home with me. You're welcome to come with us if you wish.
Don't touch her. We leave this cursed place now.
She's sick, weakened. Where would you take her in this state? Oxenfurt? It would mean her death.
I know how to care for my mother.
She's not a rag doll to be ripped from hand to hand. Let her decide.
Pie! Pie for dinner. Mood pie!
She's incapable of deciding anything just now.
A dark spell, it must be. Help her, Witcher. I beg you.
Before we do anything, we've got to get her out of here. Crones know we've come for her. Might send another monster, something worse than a fiend.
I'll not go anywhere until you tell me you can help her. Break the spell.
This is no dark spell, I'm afraid.
Well, what is it then?
She's been through a lot. Lost a child, was carried off by a fiend, lived in the Crone's village taking care of children who are now gone. It's left its mark, as it would on anyone.
So it's hopeless. You can't help her. She's to be
You
like...
really experienced a lot of cheaters in CSGO, it seems.
A very wise man with a gift for healing. Met him some time past. Lives in the Blue Mountains. I shall take her there.
Makes no sense.
Might be worth a shot.
I shall go with you.
That's impossible, sadly.
Why?
You have duties. Duties deriving from your commitment to the Church of the Eternal Fire. Once we finish our work in Velen, we return to Oxenfurt.
You said you'd save my mother.
And I kept my word. Your father can care for her now.
he care? You know him. You know what he did to her.
He swears to be a changed man. And in his eyes I see true sorrow. Remorse for his sins. He will care for her. And you've a new life and new duties. To the eternal fire.
Fear not. All will be well.
That happens if you join a church, bitch.
I will not touch drink. I will find the hermit. And once she is herself again, we will find you.
Swear it.
You have my word, child.
Problem is, I'm not into competitive shooters.
Witchers were made.
For a long time, and
It doesn't matter.
I'm surely not into military simulations or try to be military simulations.
Conscience plays no part. They just get on with it, then pick up the coin pouch tossed at their feet and set off on their way. Folk don't expect
Just not
witchers
my
to save
style.
from themselves.
I mean, here and there I watch a stream and have a good laugh or a good experience, but even then
May the eternal fire
I can't do it too long,
Farewell.
as I like to experience new stuff.
What are you looking at? You were right.
I'm not so sure.
Nothing more. Nor could the Witcher, if she can be.
That's the problem if you're into lore games or games with some, you know. I mean, I'm a lot into story games and whatnot, and I mean, a multiplayer shooter really doesn't count, does it? I mean, yeah. If I have a good time, then, like I said, I mean, maybe for a few hours, but even then, probably CSGO wouldn't be my choice, as such games tend to attract a lot of experts with the time, and I mean, with my investment into the game, I would just suck around, I mean, and then the game would be that much fun. I wish the old days would come back in the 90s or early 2000s, where everyone was a noob at everything, where we would just say, we want to have fun and shoot each other, and we fired up Doom or Quake or whatever what is at our disposal, or even Duke Nukem was a big thing in multiplayer. And then, yeah, we would just have our good times for a few hours, shoot each other, and no one really, I mean, we were good, of course, but we didn't need knowledge or anything to be good. Yeah. Yeah, and the good thing is, since we were under friends, I mean, cheaters weren't really a thing, as, I mean, why would you cheat in a competitive game against your friends? I mean, and you really don't even need to ask whether someone was cheating, because if he shot you or he really was having your ass, then perhaps you were just shit and he was just good, and you really could accept that. You really didn't need to ask him. Maybe he's using shitty scripts or is otherwise unfair to you. I mean, with a good game you can still do it today. I mean, there are just not that many lands anymore. People are just too lazy. But I mean, it's really not that much different. I mean, you can actually... I mean, they did back there too, but I mean, the community was so different. I mean, in small lands you wouldn't have the problems. In big lands, if anyone was caught cheating, I mean, there are even videos back then of the Quake lands and such where a cheater was found and he was just thrown out as first of the building. I mean... Yeah, on the video it was such, I mean, I don't know, maybe a bit disrespectful for the hardware, but I mean, it was was a fun video.
Devil's sport.
I mean, it's a bit like in every game. There are, of course, people who will always cheat. But I really don't see... If you're into the game, I really don't see why you would really cheat. I mean... I can more or less... Yeah, understand it maybe, but then again, not. Of course, I mean... What do you have gained? I mean, of course, maybe you earn respect as long as no one knows that you're cheating, but I mean, yourself. I mean, no. No, it's a... Well, maybe they are. And maybe it's just too easy, no? I mean... I think it has something to do with wanted reputation, and I mean, winning at games or having pretty high success rates in games, especially in multiplayer games, obviously gives you a lot of attention and respect or something like that. Like I said, as long as you're not found cheating. So I guess they have pretty, I don't know, pretty little, I don't know. Lazy, I don't know.
So you're that white one?
Greetings.
What do ye want?
So the notice about Jenny of the Woods, you posted it, right?
Oh, aye, 'twas me. You do it? You's a witcher, is you not? Straight off, a picture in me granny's book. Monstrum, or a portrayal of witches. Remember like it were the day. We be afeard of her. But Jenny of the Woods, what's she to you?
I'm on it. Know if anyone's seen Jenny of the Woods? Could tell me more about her.
Old Willem must have, but he won't tell you naught. He were weak of heart. We found him in the fields this morning. Other folk are afeard to go out nights. But you might try Agneta, lives at the end of the village. Word is she saw the wraith.
And nothing happened to her? She wasn't hurt?
Agneta? Outlived 3 husbands, that one. Jenny of the Woods won't do naught to that wench. Easy. Not at all.
Wraith that haunts the village. Heard you can tell me about it.
Oh, I saw her. Saw Jenny of the Woods with mine own eyes, like I sees you now, Witcher.
What did she look like? In detail, please try.
Truth be told, I didn't see her too clearly. It were growing dim, see, and this pale shape loomed afore me, mist-like. I comes closer, and the cloud thickened, and something like a visage came out of the mist.
What did you do?
What do you think, me love? That I'd wait to see the wraith in full glory? Ran to the village to tell folk what I'd seen.
I see. So she appeared to you just after twilight? Important clue, thanks. You take care now.
What's the rush?
So I get myself another coffee now, so I'm back in, I don't know, a minute or two.
ye looking at? Stop bothering us poor folk.
So, by the way, it seems you have a pretty much non-existing stream delay. As I'm talking here and basically immediately get a chat response. Which is pretty awesome. Yeah, glad to be here. Actually, I'm glad to play this game. I just accidentally have the stream going on. Oh yeah, that's right. I should pay attention to that. Or maybe make my bot capable of deactivating as soon as I stop playing again, or something like that. Actually, I'm inclined to do that as the next thing. As silly functions like this, these are always amazing in the bot. Well, maybe today. Twitch is nice to you.
A woman came through here, barefoot. A piece of fabric, possibly from a dress, got snagged on the undergrowth. Stride indicates she was running.
I mean, usually,
probably why she took
I'd say
somebody chase her.
as long as the delay is no more than, let's say, 20 seconds, it usually is okay. As yeah, I mean, I'm playing after all, and it's not like some in-depth hard discussion where our lines have to flow by every second. What a packet loss. A packet loss is strange, I mean. A packet takes a while, it's okay, but I mean a packet loss.
Couldn't outrun her pursuer. He stabbed her or slit her throat. Strange. Left the knife behind. Dried blood on it. Could come in handy. Dragged the body through here. Clear trail.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely, but...
Lugged the body all the way to the woods. Buried it here.
Peak or...
Shallow grave.
I mean, if it...
Murderer must have been pressed for time. Something sticky.
If it's...
A letter?
If it's getting worse with peak hours, then it's most
killed the woman.
Definitely your ISP, I'd say.
Alderman probably knew the girl. I gotta ask him.
Of course, that's most of the time that's a sign of your ISP not taking things seriously.
You witch fucker! Curses! What's casting curses?
No, leader. Nah, I mean, I can't really. I mean, even Austria should have good ISPs here and there. Maybe your ISP is just bad. Can he please switch the target to the other fuck here? Of course, I hate bullshit. You think you're funny, huh?
Your arse is smart. It stands up!
I mean, you can watch stream, of course. I mean, if you have packet loss and high ping rates, obviously that's shit with multiplayer. That's probably the worst you can get, but I mean, especially with action-packed multiplayer. I mean, for CS and something like that, it really is extremely bad. I mean, if you would play an RPG cooperatively, I mean, then it really doesn't matter, but really strange though. I mean, we played this shit with modem back then and it would work. You really should think broadband
If it weren't for our fair helpers ruling the
would help
wilds,
that.
we'd have starved long.
Greetings.
What do ye want?
Zula and Bakai. Did you know them? They must have lived in this village.
Good God, ye knows? 'Tis witchery. They disappeared, both of them, into thin air. We've not seen them a week now.
I found the girl's grave and a letter. It's clear she rejected Bakai because she loved another.
Zula and Ontan, aye. We thought they'd fled north to seek happiness there. Bakai departed round the same time. So that's to mean our Zula's the wraith. Can't be. Such a good lass. And so pretty.
Any idea where they used to meet?
I can't say for sure. But the young'uns, they go to the clearing, mostly west of the village, past the fields. Zula. Good gods. Oh, that white one.
No way I can hope to lift this curse. Gotta drive the wraith away. Stand a chance if I can bind it to one spot for a while.
If it weren't for our fair helpers ruling the wilds, we'd have starved long past.
Oh,
We shouldn't. We can't lose hope.
yeah, that's actually quite good. I mean, if it weren't for the packet loss, I'd say you're in pretty good shape. But it should really be a stable rate. Especially the ping. I mean, if you say at peak hours shit happens, then I mean, I don't know. I don't know sometimes. I hate it when shit happens at peak hours. At the beginning that was with Netflix here around, and with a friend at weekends. I can't really play anything with him on online because yeah, at weekends his raids are really shit. Oh wait, it's Wraith. I should. Trap. Yeah, just buffer the ping, that's right. You have to take account for the ping and really anticipate the ping delay. No problem. Damn it. Oh, really? Couldn't you have... Right, before I kill her. Sadly, I need this fucking magic trap to hit her, which weakens my range where I can hit him. And this means I can't build up my shield at the same time, which obviously weakens me a lot. Of course, she can do like half my health in damage. Oh well. Wouldn't be fun if there's no challenge to it. Like I say always, that's why I played in as hard as possible. Please come here. And of course, these healing bastards are a pain in the ass. Oh, come in this fucking circle, you bitch. Happens are predefined. As long as it heals me as my food is active and I don't get hit too often, it's quite okay.
Not good.
Yeah, you tell me. Jenny, really. Yeah, if I can actually, there's the possibility to die, then it obviously is more exciting. Whether you watch it or play it, really, it doesn't matter. You know, because like, I mean, why I like the possibility in games to get overly strong, because I think that's a bit the point of RPGs, to get stronger than before. It obviously is stupid if you really play it like God mode, you're cheating or whatever. Because then the game is a bit misbalanced. But yeah, this was a good fight. I mean, I truly have to say, I never have played Path of Exile, even though I should. Because I was a huge Diablo 2 fan, not Diablo 3. And it seems like Path of Exile was made by true Diablo 2 fans, which just scaled the game up largely. I mean, I've taken a look at the skill tree and was like baffled.
So you're that white one?
Greetings.
What do ye want?
Jenny of the Woods is gone. Got rid of her.
She'll not be back.
No. I know how to dispatch Nightwraiths for good.
Aye, of course. Your reward, as agreed. Many thanks to ye, Master Witcher.
Farewell.
If our elders ruling the wilds, we'd have starved long past.
Should I be level 10 by now or something? I'm level 10. Freedom is good. I really like freedom games. Slots, ja, amazing. Level 89 sounds interesting. I mean, League, I guess, means that they reset the whole game state every league. At least it sounds like this. Okay. I mean, I guess keeps it interesting as your, yeah. There's the shield. I mean, I guess the devs add features all of the time and then just release the state at the next leak when it is hopefully tested well. And then they release everything which they deem to be okay or rebalance shit, whatever. Because that's the main thing the devs should be doing all of the time, improving the game while you play it. And maybe fixing out some shit. You just don't see the current state. Yeah, I mean, it seems when they are still at work with it, I mean, on it, they really love what they are doing there. But I mean, the whole game, like I understand it, when I've read about it, was born out of sheer love.
Hear about the job. Seems you got a problem. Some graves get dug up.
If that were only it. Every now and then, a vile beast had come round the graveyard, devour what's fresh, then move on. Started again not long past. Thought to myself, just don't step out after dark and lock your door tight. But then a young'un went missing.
From the graveyard?
Nay, from the village. Little snotter wouldn't have come here of his own. And I'd heard something like a whimper in the night.
Didn't bother to come out, see what was happening?
Think me daft? If you've monsters, you need a witcher.
Yeah, not all are good, I mean, but as long as it's passion, it's usually good. It turns bad as soon as passion gets into profession and they are really there to just make money, I mean, which means, yeah, look at EA. I mean, that's basically what happens if you turn it into a profession and just in there to make money. You create art to make money, and this usually means you don't create art anymore. Ubisoft steps in and out of this too, here and there. Sometimes they really... I don't know whether it's randomly or whether it's they actually try to do it. They create art too. But then the years after they destroy it again by releasing shit out of that. Because they think they have to milk a cow or whatever. I mean, that's usually it. Bricklaying. I don't know much about bricklaying and not enough to make statements like these, at least. Oh, this dog hits me every time. Now die, you fucking beast.
Ghouls dug up the graves. Then the stench of decay attracted wild dogs. But neither ghouls nor dogs steal kids.
As long as we are living in capitalism, it will always be about money, because even if you do something out of a hobby, as soon as companies acknowledge that people are interested in it, they try to squeeze money out of it, and I mean, that's what companies are for, and that's the whole problem. I mean, you can't really judge companies that they
Grave's been dug up.
try to make a business profitable as long as they're living in that.
Wonder where the stench.
But I mean, they could. I mean, theoretically, they could say, well, I mean, we want to make profit, but we could actually ignore some profit in favor of the result of the art. But running a company means maximizing profit, and art is just a way of getting the profit. So they will always give you as much art as needed to maximize profit. As long as the main goal is maximize profit and not maximize art and keep profit above zero, well, you will always get that shit. Because maximizing profit means you have to create a product like a game, and you really have to not. I mean, as every content, every work on it means you invest money, and you will just get a more or less predefined amount of money out of it, which is the price of the game multiplied by the amount of customers who buy it. There's really no point in creating a better game, a bigger game. You really just need to make it as good as long as it attracts your main customer base. Plus minus some variation you really can't know beforehand, or really can't. Yeah. So as long as they are businesses and you really want them to create better games, the only way to do that is to get people to understand that and stop them buying shitty games. Which means dudes who are out there, stop pre-ordering and buying things like Assassin's Creed as long as you don't really get a fucking good game. What Ubisoft is releasing year after year is not an unplayable game, but it's really like some content disc they should release for 10 to 15 euros as a base price. Or dollars, whatever. Oh, where I'm running to. Like I said, this is a game, for instance, you could probably get more than $60 out of it. A lot. Of course, I mean, I don't even know how many hours you can spend here, since I'm not done with it, but it's probably a lot more than 20.
Winds howling.
But for beautiful houses, don't you need more an architect or something like that? Or was the design already, I mean the main architecture already done and you really had to somehow convert the design, the basic principle into an actual product, which means a house. Of course, that's somehow my, like I said, I don't understand any shit about bricklaying, but I mean that's somehow my understanding that you, like, I as a programmer should basically, if it's about a game, should somehow convert the game design, make some more or less choices and cut it here and there and change it to make it applicable.
Whatever filth lives here sure chose an unusual place for its lair. Creature can use tools, means it's sapient, or
But
just
if you
plain
don't have
clever.
architects there, I mean, wouldn't you just build up, well, some space, obviously, to live in, which means, I don't know, a shape of a box with a ceiling.
Somebody's doing some cooking. This, it's a human femur. A child's. Human skulls in a magic circle. Monsters clearly using
Well, it's a practical shape, I
from
mean.
the place of power. Gotta be a grave hag. Collected the skulls to
Right,
draw
the
the
most usable space inside.
from the village. Need to take the skulls, force it to go back to the
And it's
cemetery.
really not hard to do, I guess. I mean, it doesn't get easier as far as closed shapes go. I'll take the skulls. Oh, okay.
That ought to really piss it off. Now to lay low in the cemetery. It's likely to crawl out after dark.
Skulls he stole. My skulls. Ought to dig
Another
up his
golem.
There she is. Right on cue.
Okay. Can build up Quen again. I don't think this is my game, what? If I would have created Witcher 3, then wow. I would be rich. And I would be proud, I mean. Fucking gravestones. Ah! Gravestones. Get stuck on them. Fuck off. Careful now. Oh, my healing went out. She took children's skulls, of course, and cooked them into a broth, I guess, so she's obviously not nice, like every monster in Witcher, basically. No, no. It's my horse here. I should definitely prepare my sword soon.
Master Witcher, there's an elven burial ground in the caverns nearabouts.
Hear about the job.
And?
It's taken care of. It was a grave hack that dug up the graves and snatched the child.
Aye. So, how is the little tyke?
Found him in the grave hag's lair. In her cauldron, to be precise. Want me to go on?
Might not even said that much.
What about my reward?
Oh, I've not forgotten, nay. Here you go. Thanks much for your help.
Take care.
She had a good sword for me, by the way. Ooh, a new silver sword with more damage in 3 slots. This is like amazing. Amazing. I take it. So let's see, what can I do? 5% to stun is obviously cool. What would be 2% attack power? Damn. Basically 3 to 4. That doesn't sound very cool. I mean, I take 5% stun, of course. Stagger, I mean, poison was cool. Freeze. Burning was cool too. I mean, I can reconfigure it with a smith here and there. Armor piercing. I mean, why not? Armor piercing sounds like. I mean, I don't know how the armor floats in here, but it definitely sounds like something which could help. It's always the same, I mean. Who really cares about? I mean, I have the bonus experience currently. Yeah, because basically I never drink potions in this game currently. Just not necessary, but toxicity you get from Witcher potions basically serves as a limit to how many potions you can drink, because at some point you're just toxic. And I mean, yeah. As some of the Witcher potions are very strong. I mean, you can... Obviously there's a skill so that you can lower the rate of toxicity. This is... what a strange word, by the way. But all in all, it just serves as kind of a measure that you don't drink a lot of potions at the same time and just get overly strong for some battle.
What did I do to deserve it?
Which makes sense, obviously.
Ever heard of preventive arse whooping?
How can I help you?
Interesting lilt in your voice. You originally from Skellige?
Ardskellig. Spent my whole childhood in Holmstein.
Why'd you leave?
Always had a liking for the smithy. I'd sit there all day taking things in. The heat of the furnace, the smell of the hot steel, the pounding hammers. At 17 winters,
If I only knew how you could prevent that.
into the world, bid me to hone my craft. A few years on, I had my master crafting papers. Then the war broke out and I landed here.
Well, that's kind of a shortcut to tell me how you got here.
What are you selling? What's good?
It's really interesting. The scaling of the money is really good. First of all, I like games which don't present you with millions of values everywhere. And then it's really, I mean, you're currently I'm really pressured to not spend all of my money the whole time. Which is obviously, yeah, I mean, it makes things worth it here. Plus 33 armor when it has 75 sounds like a lot. Yeah, I mean, it has, I mean, you know, it shouldn't just be there, it has to have a reason, some reason. And some, not exactly challenge, but some in-depth so that you really see why it's there. So that's always the thing. I mean, in most RPGs, like I say, I mean, Diablo is a bad example since shops in Diablo really are not meant to be complex, but they are really, I mean, in Diablo 1 it was still a thing because books and, I mean, the witch with their books and the special sale super expensive guy at the tree. They were kind of okayish, so you need to get your money together, but in Diablo 2 especially, it was always just load your items off and don't even care about what they are selling, since, I mean, you will find your shit anyways, and yeah, I guess they have to have balanced it as well, of course, you know. There's no resistance to piercing damage. No resistance to bleeding, but I mean, it wasn't that high anyways. Other than that, this item is way better, obviously. It's kind of expensive too, but I mean, I can... And I definitely need more armor, and it is even level 10 armor. So yeah, I guess it's mine now. Six more armor, really. I don't know, I mean, 6 more armor is surely something I will find too, and it's not a whole lot, so I mean, I take it if I get it, but... So... oh, that's cool, so let's... Didn't I have... I think on my current armor
Take care now.
Yeah. I mean, I may sleep at one time too, but as soon as I get up I will probably play this again. But currently, I still might invest some time. You will see, and we will probably see each other again. As you seem to like this game, you're quite often here currently. And you were before that game, you were often here too. Since I programmed that game, actually, you were here quite regularly, which is cool.
Need some armor.
Actually, I don't. I need to remove an upgrade from my current. Of course, with the Quenzine intensity. What upgrades will be destroyed? But then I don't need to remove them. Then please shop. So, yeah. Have a good one until then.
So long.
Character inventory.
How may I assist you?
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Really? Yeah. Why is this 36? I probably hold on to one dismember shit. And other than that, just
So long.
Witcher. Such a good game.
I don't object to your white malt.
This'll.
After what you've done for us,
What did I do to deserve your business?
Wild hunting.
So, what do we have? Quests, please. 10, we could do that as we are. It's actually the first time that I'm not totally. So, since fist fights are always easy.
you
I take them on now. More dialogue options are actually cool too.
What about them mines you took the wenches from Bellows to?
That's a good question, by the way. I mean, if I develop the axis, it's the only thing is that I mean, problem is that I need to equip it here, and I mean, since I have fucking limited slots, that's really, I mean, that's some kind, I mean, I understand that you need to limit it if you have to such a system where you can basically grind for ability points just by moving over the map, but it really, it tastes kind of sour too. To be limited that much. Even though you could probably reconfigure it here and there.
How old have you paid me?
Me cows knows her.
Come on, folks. Ain't no one willing to fight Smithy. There's a prize awaiting if you win. What?
Let's give Crow Page a wide berth.
Smithy, look to me like a fierce-fisted fighter. Just right for our tournament. It's your chance to slap around some yokels, win some coin for the pleasure. You in?
Oh, lille fy. Have it now.
I'm ready to fight.
Thought so.
One and all, hear this. Betting on the next brawl will begin in mere moments.
The Witcher will face Smithy. He'll pound his gob like he pounds hot iron ingots.
Come on!
So easy always.
Not bad. Might be champion yet. You've still Jonah to beat. Best of luck. Hangover.
What's the rush?
Remember the times you barely pierced the thicket and hear the chatter, see as many folk as you get at the market in Gorsvellen. So it were. Oh, gatherers, tarpers.
Oh, you're fucking in the way.
Mushroom pickers.
Eh?
Can
Can I please go through him? Thanks.
Maybe I should sail down to the creek. Catch some.
So where's this dude? Backborough, okay.
Perhaps an outlander. You will find. Will you join the tournament? Eh? A bit of honest fist fighting to clear the lungs and bowels. Though I warn you, Jonah can be fierce. Likes to bite. Get me? So, what'll it be?
All right. Let's see just how fierce Jonah is.
Feast your eyes on an epic clash between Jonah and the Drifter.
Beat me wench once, week.
What? Lost your nerve?
Will you prove the build-up? Might be a fear of poisoning yourself.
Drifters defeated Jonah. Could this be a new champion of Velen in the making? Who can tell? If you want to be champion, go to Crow's Purge and ask for the sergeant. And try your strength in Novigrad. The fight there too. Same in Skellige.
If only we were forever getting tossed at the tavern.
As if this would be a problem.
So you're a man well travelled, so tell me. Beat me wench once, week. Rough.
What kind of tournament is this where you have to ride over the whole map to get contestants?
You know, Witcher,
Right, give me the coin. Tails, we clean the shit out.
I mean, I don't mind too much, but this really, I mean, this game doesn't need content stretching. It has quite enough, so could have just placed them at least in the same village or something like that.
Ah, Witcher! Greetings! Baron's not here. Rode off to find a healer. For the wife, naturally.
I know. Seen what's happening outside the gates?
What do you mean? Baron left me in command. Told the boys to set things right, put them in order. The new order.
They're murdering and pillaging.
That is the new order. And I don't give a flying fuck if you like it or not.
I'll tell you where the loot's at.
Your mates split the loot between them.
Ah, Curd.
And you.
That would hit the
Trust it
spot.
now. Save your strength. Die with some dignity.
Which is whooped all, chap.
I'm ready.
Huh? Look who we have here!
Let's start.
All right. Come to Daddy.
Haven't even really started and you're already...
Pathetic.
This is so easy. As long as I have them in the camera. By the way, I could focus them. They could give me a level 90 dude. Would take a while, I guess, but...
What a fight! Let it be known by one and all that the Witcher has defeated the Sergeant and become champion of all Velen. If you've not had your fill, you'll find worthy pugilists elsewhere. Plenty of them in Novigrad, plenty in the Skelliger Isles. I object to your white monk.
First the armies passed, then the pops, now the hunger. Grim Reaper must be having a lark.
Hey, Lilith. Hey? Do we cuddle with the controller now? Hmm? Don't we know it better? So sorry, Lilith had two. So, I am so not interested in Gwent. Sorry, but no. So what's this?
Plowing, Anno. unexpectedly. Come closer.
We know each other?
Not personal like, though I've seen ye many times. I've a gift. I see the future. Yours as well.
But not for free, I guess.
I don't ask much. If you've a bite to eat.
Been having these visions long?
Since I were a tyke. Me mother took me to the village witch once. I fells into a cauldron full of some magic brew.
Seriously?
If I'm to tell it serious, 'twere as a youth that I got hit in the back of me head with a rock. Started seeing more than others.
Here.
Thank ye. A fine offering. Well worth a foretelling.
All right. Let's hear it.
I see a white wolf. He enters an endless cavern. He sings a hymn of madness and despair, summoning that which is not dead, for it cannot die.
That's not the future. Lived through that, and you probably heard about it in some ballad.
My third eye grows foggier the older I become. But if you bought me some dragon's root...
Rare plant.
Rare indeed. But it did once grow in a cave southeast of here.
Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Why not?
Cloggis seems unwell of late. She told me it was not much.
Lilith? Oh, my cat needs some love. I need to sit down so that she can actually... Come on. Yeah. Come up here. Yeah, of course she needs to have it her own way. Cat. Yeah. I know, if you come yourself, then everything is good. Yeah. Oh yes, Lilith. How bad is it, huh? Oh nice, that there's so much to pick up here. I mean, I guess I have enough of these mushrooms, but still. Oh, sweet. Ooh, level 2, really. Lilith.
Dragon's Root. Wonder if it can really help the old man see the future.
Why not? If not, we had a good quest. I wish the caves were not so dark in this game. I mean, this is really ridiculous. I mean, it is, of course, realistic. And I guess there's a light spell or something like that. But still ridiculous. I mean, gaming-wise, if you don't see anything where you're walking, then you really can't appreciate it. I mean, it's not like it doesn't destroy the game really, but Lilith. I'm really wondering, I mean, there has to be a shield here somewhere or something. You don't want to tell me that this village has no...
Oh, you're back.
Got what you asked for.
Thank ye. Now I need a moment.
Drunkard.
I see a wolf striving forward towards a solitary tower midst a blizzard. He follows the swallow, yet the swallow does not heed the wolf's howls, soaring higher and higher.
Yo, it's Joe Show.
Its last flight.
Thanks for the follow.
As others say, so shall it be. Look for the signs. The world will perish amidst ice and be reborn with the new sun. Reborn of the elder blood, of hen Iker, of a planted seed.
Ifleen's prophecy.
Leave me be. Go. Go now.
Oh, there's the mark. Fine. So why did I do that now? I mean, yeah, for experience, but... I mean... not that it hurts. Oh, and I wanted to... since I'm here anyways, I might as well... take a look at these question marks there. Oh, what is here?
You going north, Master?
Why do you ask?
I thought you could see if anything's happened to our men. They've been gone a while.
What do you need?
Merchant caravan came through not long past. Hired some of our boys to guide him to the bridge. They were due back yesterday.
Fine. Keep my eyes open.
Me brother Tomil led him. Talk to him when you find him. Clever man. Not like the rest of them, eh?
If it weren't for our Fereltics ruling the wilds, we'd have starved long past.
Ugh, another monster's nest. I mean, really. 2 of them. I don't care about monster nests. Not that much, I mean. That's ridiculous. How many of them? What up there? Well, I might invest some time down here to get some of the question marks. Just to find out about some places of power or something like that. And to wait, no, not gonna happen. So, what did I say? Ancient, okay, yeah. Let's take a look at these. They are nice and... wrong sign. Really packs in a punch. I wish they would show this shit on the minimap also, I mean. Just like the next few of them really is bothersome to mark shit on your roadmap. I mean, it is basically the same as in yeah, as in every open world game where you have markers. You really have to open, if you wanna spend a bit of time looking at it. Yeah, he's level 20. I don't like level 20 currently. I'm out. Is that a thing here, or was it just bad luck maybe? I mean, it's just a guarded treasure. I mean, it's not like I'm not interested, but not necessary now. Like I said, places of power are actually something. Oh, is now, yeah. I would call it treasure again. It's really weird. Bandit camp, okay. Like... the other one? Or can you please try to dodge it, or I mean counter it, of course. It's not like this was a huge problem here. Clip of the Gwen. %5 Gwen sein. This is actually something I take anytime. Okay, that was cool. That's kind of fun, but... Well, we have a horse.
Come on, Roach.
And the Roach is not too great in this kind of environment. Ah, I wish the automatic. Is there even an automatic camera here? Yeah, there is, obviously, but...
What now, you piece of filth?
Oh, what the fuck? Come on, you can't do it. I see that. Can you please try to get up here? Oh. This is actually very annoying. Something like this. I mean, the physics engine was never a strength of Witcher, but if they use it against you, it is very annoying. Yeah, really can't do it just because he can get on his feet and get up there. I mean, oh, and I see shit when the sun is... no, I don't want to get down there. Can I please just get up the mountain? I might even have higher chances with the horse. Maybe give it a try. I mean, I had...
Giddy up. That's it, Roach.
Oh, come on, move it. Your horse. Yeah, like I said, I mean, this is the physics of Witcher. Shittiest physics I've ever seen. I need to go down. Okay.
Move it.
Okay, let's try to find
Run, Roach.
some other way.
Any shortcuts?
This would be nice, but no. kind of bullshit is this here? It's like nothing around here, but I really don't want to spend an hour or two here getting to all of these question marks just to see that it's bullshit. Let's see, let's go for some... This one, for instance, is okay-ish.
Whoa there, Roach. Go, go.
So yeah, the physics are not the strength of this game. Basically, they annoy me more that they are... Ah, horse, huh? Couldn't you have? Oh, stop. At least it's a place of power. Oh, don't tell me you're... Wow, shader.
Medallion's humming. Place of power, it's gotta be.
Kind of dark here. Oh, by the way. It's too good. So, finally a place of power again. This is really what you want to see here. Everything else is just so plainly bar. I mean, there are some some treasures, obviously, which are not bullshit, which I accept. Oh, getting stuck on logs.
Come on.
Well, bears are huge, but so slow. That is actually. But hey, who would have thought it's a guarded treasure? I mean, it's not out of the question that it could be better. But really, it's not. It would have been... Ooh, if this armor would have been better. Oh, fuck you. I mean, really. Can we please get a Witcher which doesn't die just because he's falling down the pavement? It is ridiculous. Where the fuck is this? Did you really save the last? Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Since I know that there's a beer there. I mean, this one looks like it could be a place of power actually. So I go to Lindenville, but I'm not going to the bear again just because I know that there's a treasure there, and the treasure is bullshit. I mean, if I am in the area at one point, I might do it for the completeness, but not now. There's just, I mean, I think in Witcher 3 you shouldn't even think about completeness. Of course, it really doesn't matter. Or can you stay up? Witcher. Geralt. Try to fucking act like a human. And yes, cat, I see you. I just don't see anything where I'm going. It is, I mean, here and there I see something, but...
Let's dance.
Bring in your guts, Eddie! Don't let him watch his breath!
How stupid, yo. I mean, you got me too, almost, but you didn't. Fun. I know. How late is it? 9. Yeah, I mean, after playing this game for how long now? Yeah, I'd say for 12 hours straight now. I take a break to sleep some and will come back later when I'm fit again. But I thank you for being here and yeah, have a good one. Do come back. And if not, I just hope you had a good time. Thanks and goodbye.